We can have audio of your questions. Coach Tinkle, can you?
Yeah, tough one for us, obviously. It's never fun when you lose that last game. It was a tough first half, 19 points, dug ourselves a hole. I think all that we've been through, as hard as we fought the last few weeks, it kind of all, caught up to us. But I was proud of the guys for continuing to fight defensively, but obviously the wrong time of the year to have our poorest offensive output.
Questions? Right here, down there.
For the players, how much at all do you feel like you guys ran out of gas tonight after a game last night?
I don't really think it was about running out of gas or anything like that. I think we played hard and we played well defensively. We just had, like Coach said, wrong time to have one of our worst offensive games of the year. But I think our defense was pretty good, so that really proves that I don't think fatigue was a big deal.
Trace, anything to add to that?
No, Stevie hit us spot on. I don't think we ran out of anything. It was just, you can't win many games if you only score 19 points in a half. Shots weren't falling. We held to a decent amount of points themselves. So if we hit shots like we normally do, it's a completely different game.
Goodbye.
Also for both the players, the emotions were obviously high last night and a different kind of emotion today. You guys have two of the big three of this group. What are the emotions now?
It's just tough. Obviously as athletes and competitors, we don't like losing. And, the whole goal is to extend the season as long as you can, and coming up short, it's frustrating, but just got to use it for motivation.
Yeah, like Trace said, I think there's a lot of points throughout the season that we can look back on now and take those as learning points as we move forward to the next year with the guys that are coming back. And for our seniors, we just thank them for everything that they've done for us.
Back here.
Jonathan Style with KEZI 9 News in Eugene. Wayne Chimezi was sort of doing whatever he wanted to down low. How difficult of a matchup was he for you guys?
Yeah, it was tough, obviously. To have 22 points, that was his biggest output against us. We tried smaller guys to keep it out of his hands. We tried bigger guys, and he made some tough shots. So obviously, he stepped up, and he's a tough player, and he made some big buckets for him. I thought we did a really good job on their perimeter guys by and large, and we were right there. Even though we only scored 19 in the first half, we kept telling our guys to dig in. We cut it to 8 a few times, but they did a really nice job defensively of frustrating us. We didn't finish in and around the basket or hit some open shots, which we just knew that burst was going to come. That might create some doubt. And then they got out in transition. They had zero transition points in the first half. They got all 8 of their transition baskets in the second half. So we were right there. We were battling. We're going to watch the film, and it's going to be tough. But the message in the locker room was all that we've been through. We said, look where we were a year ago, and look how far we've come. We're proud of the effort and the leadership. But what we talked about, and this is something that they can take as a life lesson, is that I said, guys, just imagine if we would have given 1 more inch every day from the start of the season till now. Just 1 inch was 1 extra rep when we're lifting weights, 1 extra sprint. And we got guys that work hard, don't get me wrong. But that's what life's all about, just giving a little bit more buy-in maybe. And we've done some really, really good things. And we challenge these guys that are going to be coming back. This was our first class, the 2015 class. Keep this thing together, keep building where we'll be another year from now. And so that's what we've got to focus on and continue to stay hungry and keep grinding.
Trace, how'd your foot ankle feel tonight?
Sorry.
Was it bothering you?
No, that's fine.
Do you feel, Steven, like the shots you guys were getting, them, you mentioned the percentage, do you feel like most of them were kind of shots you've gotten this year and just was the night they weren't falling?
Yeah, I think we did get some good looks around the basket and from the perimeter, but you still have to give credit to their defense. they had a solid defensive game plan, and they switched man and zone throughout the game, and that kind of threw us off a little bit.
In the back.
Wayne, it was mentioned to the players earlier about being tired, but you said last night that there were going to have to be a lot of ice baths. Do you feel like it was hard to come out with a ton of energy just from a physical standpoint tonight?
Yeah, I mean, these guys have played 4 or 5 AAU games, and I mean, look, they played less guys than us, even though they didn't play last night. We're not going to use that. Our guys are, we didn't play the level that we know we could, but we battled, and that's what we're going to continue to build off of.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, go Beavs.
Thank you.
Is there a hold up? What are we waiting on?
We're waiting on the team to go live.
From whom? Just remember, when you ask a question, raise your hand, please. Coach, can you summarize the game?
Our team played very hard. They played excellent defense to hold a team as talented offensively as Oregon State to 48 points. It's a credit to our guys, and these two young men next to me both played great games.
Right here. Question?
Coach, you guys had a really strong second half. Was that the focal point heading into this week from practice, especially after their last game against UCLA?
What now?
Were you guys focused on having a stronger second half versus what you had against UCLA heading into this week into the tournament?
Yeah, we won 5 out of 6 games. In the last 10 minutes of the UCLA game, we did not defend. We were leading the league in defense points per game up until the UCLA game, and also second in steals, and we just didn't get it done. So our point of emphasis now is we have to get back to our defense. We're 17-0, and we've held teams to 70 points or under. I'll repeat that. We're 17-0, and we hold teams to 70 points or under, and we're not as good when teams score a lot of points. So we really played team defense today. Very proud of our players. They challenged every shot, rebounded the ball, and then we made enough shots to win.
Coach, specifically to your defense against Oregon State, that's their lowest output of the season. You mentioned that team defense. What did you see that you were able to do against them specifically here tonight?
There was nothing specific. Now, we all have strengths and weaknesses as teams and individual players. We just try to take their individual strengths away and play as hard as we could and challenge every shot.
Chimezie, this has been sort of an unusual season with some of the challenges you all have faced on and off the court. How would you say you've grown as both a player and a person over the course of the year?
I just think just being able to face adversity and still come out every day to practice and every day to games and just stay focused on what we have to do as a team. I don't think not just myself but everybody else on the team as well. I think we all handled that very well.
Chimezie, you hit a couple sky hooks today, and Magic Johnson was in the house. So did you do that specifically because he was in the house, or just having fun? All right.
Right here.
This is for Jordan and Chimezie. You guys look like you were having fun out there, especially in the second half. Looked like you had your own version of Lob City when you guys were going back and forth. How was that, and what did you see from the Oregon State defense that allowed you guys to be so free?
We just having fun. You know, that's what we talked about in the locker room. Let's go out there, play hard, play defense, have fun, and play it like it's our last game. So we were just going out there having fun.
Yeah, like you said, we were just going out there having fun. You know, it's that time of the year. It's March, and you know, any game could be your last game. So we were just going out there, just playing hard, and you know, I was running, he was finding me. Sometimes I wouldn't get it, other guys would get open. So we were just out there, just trying to create something for ourselves.
Andy, a lot of internet bracketology things have you guys on the bubble. What are your thoughts on that? And do you want to make a case for yourselves as an NCAA tournament team, even if you don't win this tournament?
We're focused on tomorrow night's game at 8:30 versus Utah or Oregon, and they're both quality opponents. We came in second in the Pac-12 this year. Our RPI is in the low 30s, and that's enough said.
More questions? Right there.
What specifically with the defense changed so much this game compared to what the second half of the UCLA game was? You guys just moving more on zone? What kind of was the biggest difference?
The UCLA game, we let their leading scorers beat us, and then we let their best players make plays for their teammates, and then they shot the ball well. So you have to give them credit. They played extremely well offensively last 10 minutes of the game to take the lead and beat us. However, as I said, we won 5 out of 6, and the team defense has been there every night. UCLA is the only team to score over 70 points on us in the last 6 games, and if you look at it throughout the year, we're giving up 68 points in the league. It's probably lower now because Oregon State scored 48, and we also second in steals. So I think our team is right there. However, we understand that it's a fine line, and in the tomorrow night's game, we have to defend at a very high level to give us a chance.
Again, back here.
What's Derek's status for tomorrow's game?
Derek's been sick all week, so unfortunately he was not able to go today. We're hoping he can get some strength and be there for us tomorrow off the bench.
Anything else? All right, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you.